What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is my review and breakdown for the Chucky TV series episode 7. One episode to go. Next week is the season finale, and I don't know how this is going to end. I've got so many questions after tonight's episode. It was absolutely insane. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into this breakdown. We started at Bree's funeral, who Chucky had killed last week in terrible fashion by throwing her through that glass window. We have Lexi's parents wishing their condolences towards Junior and his dad. And then also outside of this funeral, we have a meetup between Lexi, Devon, and Jake, where Devon and Lexi want to forget about Chucky. They want to move on. They want to stay with their families. They don't want any more got to do with this because they're very scared of Chucky right now. Jake's father has been killed. Devon's mother has been killed, and Chucky will stop at nothing. We had Junior run up to Jake and punch him in the face because he blames him for the death of his mother, the death of everybody, because Jake is a curse. Anywhere he shows up, people die, which is kind of true as well, but it's all Chucky's fault. He gives him a hell of a punch in the face, and then this mysterious character shows up in a red car, and of course it's Tiffany. And Tiffany is there for a reason I'm not too sure. She goes up to Junior's dad and she kisses him. What is that about? What is Tiffany's endgame right now? Is she working with Chucky the doll? I'm not too sure because she wants to get Charles Lee Ray's soul out of Nika right now. So it is interesting to see what she wants. What's her intention? And later in the episode, she kind of sticks the knife even more into Junior when she says that she's going out with his father, which is pretty interesting. But the title opener for this episode was fantastic. It was gravestones, awesome with all the people that Chucky have killed, pretty badass. But then we open to the 80s where Charles Lee Ray and Tiffany have just got an apartment together and they want to get some pizza. They get some pizza, they're having some fun, but they've killed the pizza boy, the guy who delivered the pizzas. So they kill together. That seems to be their thing. They go out, they find somebody, and they kill them together, or they just order pizza for an easy kill, whatever. But then we have Kyle and we have Andy. In their car journey, of course, they're hunting down the good guy dolls that may be possessed by Chucky. But then Andy makes a decision to leave Kyle behind because she is a husband. She has something to live for, while Andy has nothing to live for. His whole life has been surrounded by the fear of Chucky, and now since he's kind of over that fear, he wants to hunt down and stop Chucky once and for all. He doesn't care if he dies, but he cares if his friend Kyle dies because she has a husband. And then Devon is cleaning up his podcast material about all the murders, and he has located Charles Lee Ray's house, which he goes to later in the episode. Jake shows up and Devon tells Jake, look, I don't want to be with you anymore. Every time I look at you, I see my mother. Devon's going through a lot. He lost his mother. He got to see her being murdered by a doll in last week's episode. And he tells Jake, look, I just don't want to be with you. I can't do this anymore. And Devon says he's going to run away or he's going to go to a foster home. And then Jake decides himself that he's going to leave also. He's going to get out of Hackensack and just go somewhere else completely. But then we see Junior's father drinking. Very similar to how his brother was doing the exact same thing after he lost his wife, Jake's father, and just being very abusive and very kind of not to be good around. But Junior comes across Chucky, and Chucky sees a vulnerable kid right here. He tried to get Lexi to kill, he tried to get Jake to kill, and he failed. But he sees Junior as his next opportunity. Then we have Lexi's mother, the mayor of the town, has announced this big kind of movie night for the town, Frankenstein, a big charity event. And then Caroline tells the press that Chucky told her to kill her mother, to kill everybody, which gains some interest from people as well. Then we have a discussion between Chucky and Junior about, look, you're better than Jake. Let's prove it. Let's prove you can do what Jake couldn't, which is kill. Your dad deserves to die for cheating on your mom, maybe, because that's what Tiffany was trying to imply. Your dad's a loser and trying to get you to do stuff for him the whole time, be a runner when you don't want to be that. These people deserve to die. Your ex-girlfriend Lexi, Jake, your dad, they all deserve to die. And he gets him to pick up the knife, very similar to how Jake picked up the knife as well. But it looks like that Junior will go all the way and become a murderer. Chucky's in his ear and he's very vulnerable right now. He's lost his mother. He lost his girlfriend. He has no friends. His dad is drinking and it's just very, very messy. And then we get to see Jake, his bag is packed and he's ready to leave and get out of this mess of a life that he's in right now. Then we get to see Junior with the knife looking at his dad, who was asleep on the couch, passed out from drinking. And also, Devon comes to the realization that maybe he should go to Charles Lee Ray's house to see if there's anything more to this mystery. Maybe Chucky's there, maybe he can stop this once and for all. And he doesn't want to bring Lexi or bring Jake along. Then we get to see Charles Lee Ray in a flashback killing a woman on his own. Tiffany walks in and she's not impressed because she's like, it's our thing. We kill people together. When's the last time you brought me out for dinner and a kill? That was pretty funny. Dinner and a murder. That was fantastic. Very, very funny. And then we go back to present day Tiffany, where she is at Junior's house being very manipulative towards Junior, saying, oh, your dad didn't tell you? Well, we're together. We've been together. And now Junior thinks that his dad was having an affair while his mother was sick with cancer. So I don't know why Tiffany is doing this. Is she in cahoots with the Chucky doll? I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes in next week's episode, but that was pretty interesting. And then we get Jake at the train station or the bus stop. He's waiting for his ride and he sees somebody walk through with a good guy doll. So he gets up, he follows them. He's like, where are you going with that? I'll buy it from you. Just tell me the address. So he gets the good guy doll. He tests it out and sees if Chucky's in it, if Charles Lee Ray is in it. He bashed it around and it's just a normal doll, but he probably is going to go to that address to see who was looking to get this doll. Devon has broken into Charles Lee Ray's old house and he discovers Nika tied up. He helps her out, but it's not Nika, it's actually Charles Lee Ray. He gets up, he takes Devon's taser, and it's pretty scary how you never know who you're going to get. Is it Nika? Is it Charles Lee Ray? And it looks like that Charles Lee Ray is now going to kill Devon, or whatever the big master plan is for episode 8, we still don't know, which is pretty interesting, but something very scary happened near the end of the episode. Then we have Jake going to Lexi's house, saying that he saw this person with a good guy doll, and she's like, why were you at the train station? And he was like, I was going to leave. And a pretty sweet moment between the two. She's like, you're going to leave your family behind? And Jake's like, what family? Me and Devon. Lexi and Devon, like, we're your family. And that was interesting, pretty sweet. I really liked that a lot. Episode 1, Episode 2, I hated Lexi. I wanted her to die, but she's definitely redeemed herself as a character, and that was a pretty sweet moment. And then she Googles the address that this good guy doll was going to, and it's Charles Lee Ray's old house. So they're all going to be going there. And then we have Junior's dad walks in drunk, and Chucky just turns his head completely around, and Junior's dad doesn't pass any remarks on it whatsoever. He's that drunk. He really, really is. And yeah, this was an awesome scene, even though it was pretty messed up, and Junior ends up killing his dad, and Chucky is behind it all. And it was a very interesting scene where Junior picks up Chucky, and Chucky is talking in the good guy doll voice, and he's saying things to really annoy Junior's dad about, oh, you're just like your brother, the failure twins and stuff like that. And yeah, it was pretty weird to see Junior hold the doll up to his father, and his father talking to Chucky, and Chucky replying, saying all of these insulting things towards Junior's dad. And then Junior's dad tries to get Junior to stop, then he stumbles, he falls onto the ground. And Junior's dad is really harsh on him. He's like talking about, oh, your mother was a quitter, that's why she killed herself. You're a quitter as well. And then Junior just beats the hell out of his dad with the Chucky doll. And Chucky's enjoying it. He beats him over and over again in the head. And we got a really cool camera shot right here of Chucky's kind of reaction to being swung into the skull of Junior's dad. He's loving it so much, and he has created a killer, something he couldn't do with Lexi or Jake, but Junior has snapped. He really, really has. And actually when he does it, it looks like he's enjoyed it a little bit as well. He's enjoyed killing his dad, so that means he could kill Lexi, Devon, Jake. He likes it now. Will he be a serial killer like Chucky? Will he be part of Chucky's kind of gang of Tiffany, of the Nika body, of the other Chucky dolls? It's going to be very, very interesting. But this was a gruesome image here of Junior's dad just beaten to death. And then, kind of out of shock maybe, Junior starts singing, and Chucky's looking at him, and then Chucky starts singing as well, and then the real song starts to play over the scenes, which is pretty awesome. Awesome stuff. Really, really was. Then we cut back to Devin, who has been kind of tied up, and we get to see what he sees, which was, oh my god, it's so weird. But yeah, awesome scene. I really liked it, and an unbelievable character development for Junior throughout this season, where Chucky has manipulated him big time. But Devin wakes up. He is tied up. He's not dead yet. Charles Ray hasn't killed him. For whatever reason, I don't know. He's keeping him for the big episode 8, and he looks up and he sees not one, not two, not three good guy dolls, but probably at least 100 or maybe even more good guy dolls that seem to be alive. They all turn and look at Devin. What the hell is going on? Are you saying that all of these dolls have Charles Lee Ray's soul in them? How does that even work? That's absolutely insane. Like, what is Chucky's big endgame right here? It's fantastic that we don't know, and I'm also afraid because can they fit it in to the last episode, which is next week? I'm sure they can, but yeah, we'll have to see. But Andy shows up at Junior's house with a gun, and it seems to be something that Chucky has wanted all this time. Like, he's been expecting to see Andy again. I don't know how it works with the multiple souls in multiple Chucky dolls of Charles Lee Ray. Does he know certain things that happen in different locations with the other Chucky dolls? I'm not too sure. I don't really know. But we have Chucky, this Chucky anyway, and Junior looking down on Andy. So what's going to happen, guys, in episode 8, the last episode? I hope we get a season 2 because this season so far has been fantastic. It hasn't been any filler episodes. It's always been moving the story forward. But there's so many questions going into episode 8. And I'm here for it. I really can't wait to see what happens next. I hope Andy doesn't die. I hope Jake doesn't die. But remember, it's a Chucky TV series. Somebody has to die in the finale. So it's set to be a huge one. It really, really is. But if they don't do a season 2, will they do a movie? Because this is too good of a story not to continue. It really, really is. I think the engagement online, the ratings online around this show have been pretty good so far. So that's fantastic. I don't think there's been a bad episode. And I think the reviews are pretty good widely from critics and from audiences that this is an awesome show. And Brad Dourif, who voices the character of Chucky, is doing fantastic. His daughter, Fiona Dourif, who is playing Mika and also playing her father, has been fantastic as well. So guys, what did you think of episode 7 of Chucky? Let me know your thoughts below. Give a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and come follow me on all my social medias. And I'll see you next week for the finale, the big one, of the Chucky TV series season 1. What's going on with Tiffany? What's going on with Chucky? What's going on with the hundreds of good guy dolls? What's going to happen with Andy, Jake, Devin, Lexi? All very interesting, guys. I'll see you for next week's review and breakdown. Thanks very much for watching. And be careful what kind of doll you buy for Christmas.